Today from Just Know Mother-in-Law. Mother-in-law sent a fake cop to arrest me. This morning, I came home after a night shift and was taking a nap, and my boyfriend was downstairs watching TV. I didn't hear the doorbell ring, but then my boyfriend woke me up and told me there's a police officer outside our door, but he thinks it's not a real police officer. I asked him why does he think it's not a real officer, and my boyfriend said, he doesn't look like one. I got dressed, went to the door and asked who's there. The person outside said police, and it was enough for me to realize that my boyfriend was right. I don't know what the rules for police visits are in the US, but here, if you're on duty and come to visit someone at their house, you must tell them your last name, announce that you are an officer of the law, and state your purpose for being there. That's how officers present themselves, and there's no way around it. You don't just say, police. I looked out of the people and saw a young man in a uniform that looked very much like uniforms officers wear here, but a lot of things were missing. Our uniforms are quite plain, just dark blue, with a coat of arms of the town on them. But over the uniforms, we always wear a bright green vest with police on the front and back. It also has the name of the officer on it. It has a walkie-talkie, a radio, and a body cam. The person outside my door had the vest on, but none of these things I mentioned were there. He did look quite realistic though, and could probably fool maybe an elderly person or a child, but not me. We let him in. I asked to see his ID, and he said no. I was like, what do you mean no? If someone asks to see your ID, because they want to make sure you're a real cop, you can't refuse. A police officer should have no problem with it. Then I looked down to see where his duty belt should be, and there was just a regular belt you use to keep your pants together. Where's the gun, the taser, the handcuffs, and baton? Did you forget all of that home or what? At first, I didn't think mother-in-law had something to do with it. But then the guy asked for my name and said he's here to arrest me because I have illegally married another man. That's when my boyfriend and I both understood she has found another way to try to mess with us. So I was like, do you have a warrant to arrest me? You don't. Have you personally observed me illegally marrying someone? You haven't. Are you even a real police officer? You're not. So hands off. The guy said, you have a wedding band on your finger. I can wear any ring I want on any finger I want. It's not proof of any kind. So I did what I had to do as an officer. Impersonating a police officer is a crime, and I arrested him. My boyfriend called the police station. For someone to come and take him away, and this guy was terrified. He told us that there was a woman who paid him to dress up as a police officer and come to my house to scare me. He needed money, so he agreed. He described what she looked like, and we were like, yep, it's mother-in-law. But what he didn't know was that I'm a police officer myself. Mother-in-law didn't tell him that. He was also very young, just 20 years old, and I could tell he's genuinely sorry. And he was really scared and worried about all the consequences he'll now have to face. He was like, I would have never done it if I knew you were a real cop. Even if I wasn't, it wouldn't make it okay. On the one hand, I felt sorry for him, because he had simply been fooled by someone older and eviler than him. But then again, you're an adult, dude. You should have your own head on your shoulders. You should be able to make your own decisions instead of doing what someone else tells you to do. So it looks like mother-in-law didn't have the balls to dress up as a cop herself, so she sent someone naive to do it for her. The guy's in the police station, and he's going to face charges. Hopefully that'll teach him not to listen to what old dumb hags tell him to do. No idea what was the end goal, what he was going to do after arresting me. But mother-in-law has really outdone herself on this one. I've been a police officer for nearly 9 years, and still, she obviously thought I won't be able to tell a real cop from an impersonator.